Oh! Hold on. Onto hook you go! Clip that. Somebody clip that. Onto hook. I did so much drugs that my game crashed.
Because if I think he's gonna have make kids, that would make sense, and I want to just walk out and follow that all again. You finally got this, yes? Oh, no! Are you fucking kidding me? I can't pick up.
Yes, Miss Cranky over here. Kill him because he's a big threat. Okay, we're just gonna leave Cranky right there. And now she's a good distraction. She's useful, but very annoying. Fuck it for me. Good job, Cranky. Good job. Alright, everybody, you hear from Anne. It is canon. My thoughts smell like sage.
Yeah. So if you smell sage and...
This looks so wrong from the direction I'm looking at this. Hold on, Sydney, stand still. Sydney. Now back up a little bit. Back up. Forward a little bit more. Okay. Hold that for a moment. Beautiful.
Oh, party room,
Fun! We found fun! Get your ass up there! Oh no, it's just a room. What, did Bugs get killed? I think Bugs died.
coming from behind.
Oh.
Like ladder.
I don't care, we got fun.
What is that?
I'm fucking dead.
It's a spider.
I think fucking Baz needs to click the fucking thing.
Pick what?
Click the ladder.
Okay, picking the ladder.
Or try to go up the ladder.
I can't, we have a fat bastard in here.
First.
Okay. Oh, what? Oh. That was actually the exit?
Yes, I said that's why I told you to go up the ladder. That's why I moved out the
I
way.
my thermometer. That's all I care about.
Son of a party room.
Guess it's party! It is party time!
I can't wait to get fucking ripped apart. Oh, they're gonna tear us into an asshole.
Can we get your hand? Hold on. It's hunting. Finally! Fucking dead! Ah, so happy now! Ah, fuck you! Not you, Ghost. I think you, Ghost. I am free of his idiocy. Yes! Borb! We have freedom! He's dead! Let's do a stupid rigging! Yes! I don't know why you jumped that. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. She gets to live. She gets to live. She made me funny. She gets to live. She gets to live.
Don't get.
No, don't. You son of a bitch. Of course you did. No, just get off there. Just go. Just go. Ah, you fucked up. Ah. Yeah, chat. That's the closest you're ever going to see me with bunny ears. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. I already had one. Why didn't I use it? I always forget I have those incendiaries for some reason. No, you're stupid. Screw Nugget, you're stupid. I am also smart. So, you know, I shoot him in the face as I miss 5 shots in a row and stare her in her loving eyes and she actually strangles me. Drop that. That's a destroy. That's a 4K. You get some bully score. Lightborn. Now here's the thing, even if I didn't have Lightborn, as long as I played smart, the bully squad really isn't a threat. Because what happens with these squads is they are so focused on bullying you that they don't do gens. Now they only did gens here because they were like, oh shit, he has Lightborn, we can't bully him. Except for maybe established squad. What the fuck? What? She has sins to her people! Hello. Actually, you can't go anywhere. You're down. You're going down. Okay. Okay. Ah, that was fun.
Rise, dear Master Vassago, step on my body.
And my health is not 3-6. And what it is now, granted, as I mentioned on my Discord, my USB capture card broke. So I can't do my. I was going to just do a Majora's Mask challenge run today, where I just do a 3 heart run, where you just do 3 hearts. But unfortunately, well, USB thing broke, so we can't do that right now. And I don't really. Oh shit! Oh! Oh, hello! Hatch fall right on me! Goodbye! Somebody clip that, if you can.
Hey, I want to let y'all know that there's...
Also remember that Wesker has big radius.
Well, I literally see him. Go see, not that way.
Yes,
Get your bitch in the locker. Lock her up so she don't quit. Make her shut up like a bitch. Bitch locker. Bitch locker. Might have clipped that. Bitch locker. I can't get out of my head. Person there. Oh, cancel. Stop doing that. Go, Grandpa. Or go, Dad. Oh, hi. Beat him up. Execute. Oh, window. What are you doing? No. Execute. Really? Okay. He just jumps out the window. Okay. First kill. He just jumps out the fucking window. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay. All time. Nice. Lantern. I need a fucking lantern. So there's either the game's scamming me, or there's one necromancer just left somewhere. I think the game's just scamming me. I think this goes to a Black Knight, I think. Yes, of course it does. Of course it goes to a Black Knight.
It's hilarious sometimes. Call them succubus. You know, like succubi, like, you know, succubus. But, you know, they kiss you and it, you know, rips your freaking lips off because it's, you know, like, occupied hands. Super spooky. Now they call them succubus. Succubus. Another way, different way of playing with the word succubus.
Hi, I've got a third for our party.
Yes, we have.
No! I'm gonna have so much to explain to Aunt Jill
Yes, what do you want to explain to her?
that I put Ted through a whatever field that ate him.
Yes, explain that. Okay, hold on, I got a plan. So we're gonna sit near the first area. We're gonna pick off the regenerator. We'll pick off the regenerator a little bit, and then as soon as they grab Ashley, we go past it, we grab the shotgun, and we blow the guy off. That sounded very wrong. Don't take that out of context. Anyways,
Knocking on my door. Oh shit! Oh my god! That fucking scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, you.
You gonna kill yourself? I was like, I have to do it. Book the sword. They booked it. They booked the sword. They booked. Yes, book the sword. Yes, I'm good. That's getting good. They booked it. They booked the sword. I am confused. I am confused and delighted at the same time. I don't understand. I don't understand. Usually I bite their hands off when they try to do this, but... What the fuck? Why is my thing gone? I feel violated. Why is everything scuffed? Hold on, hold on, let me... Fucking voice bot had me mute. Hold on. Also, my voice is weird. Alright, we're back. Sorry. I was rambling. I was telling everybody to spam things in chat. I was wondering why nobody was spamming things in chat. I was setting up chat, like above me, like chat. I was setting that up. Yes, but we are back. Sorry for the scuff. I was trying to set things up before stream, but when I saw the stream, I thought I'd get it fixed in time because it's just basic web browser stuff. But it wasn't. So yeah, making the switch. I didn't really set too much up very efficiently here. I really wish Kick would fix their fucking app. Like, if anything's important, Kicks, I would say getting Kicks ready important, not to me yet. I'm not an affiliate on Kick yet. I can't wait till I do become an affiliate, though. But yes, hello, Ruby, hello, Ghosty. Look at the lovelies here. How is everyone? Let me just look a little bit everywhere. Make sure we're good everywhere. YouTube's good. Kick is good. Twitter's good. Alright, we are ready to do some game dev stuff. Alright, or game dev stuff, as I may say. Also, let me get rid of my little box here. I had to mess with some audio settings. There's not any useless windows I don't need up. Where's a useless window? Get rid of that. Okay. Alright, so, we're doing game development in my game. And so far, it's been very successful. If I bring up the game right now, I had to fix a bug last night that was annoying. But it's fixed. All that matters right now. This green square is one of the monsters, and this is what the monsters, they don't teleport, they only go to rooms that are adjacent. And I see it, you might not be able to read, it might be too small for you all, but down here it's telling me some variables, it's also telling me which room they went to. And so far it seems this monster's going in the correct rooms, like the correct adjacent rooms. So to kind of show you, I'll show you all how the rooms are laid out real quick so you kind of get an idea. So actually, the rooms are actually not different, they're actually just one big sprite sheet. Like here's the entrance and stuff, but anyways. So the rooms are laid out. Let me go over here. Rooms are laid out. But let me get another fucking color. So they're kind of laid out like this. So we have... This is room you start in. Then you have a library and a lab. You kind of have to remember, it's kind of... I can't really do much about this. Over here you have the ritual chamber. Then you have a statue garden, a torture chamber, a treasure hoard, and a crypt. And if I... And it's connected like this. Like that. So, the way this is the creature, the green square, starts here at the statue area. And the code basically checks, when it's confirmed to move, the code checks, okay, which rooms are near this? And then with the data I have in, it makes a random number between 1, 2, and 3, and picks a room and then moves it over to that room. And then when it triggers again, it goes, okay, well, what's room's next to this? 1, 2... Alright, pick one, and it goes back, whatever. Same thing, it just goes throughout all of them. And obviously, if they get to these one-off areas that only have one entrance, it should only go back where they came. Which it does. So the code is fine. As far as I'm aware. Now, what I have to do now today is I'm going to take that code for the green square and move it also to the brown square. I call it the Shambler, I might need to rename it. But, no, I could also do some, optimization. There's a lot of optimization this could use, but right now I'm just trying to get something that's effective. I'm not really trying to get anything that is... I'm not crazy in optimization right now. I will be optimizing it later, though. Let me see, room data. Okay, so we need to go to monster controller. So I want to copy this code here, because it's very similar to the other code. So we want to take if Shambler, which is basically just replacing anything that says Medusa with Shambler. Also, we do need to go up to, real quick, we need to go up to here. Let's see, Shambler, location, if it's in Torture, Torture is... What number is Torture? Torture is number 4, so we need to go back to monster controller. Change this to 4. Activates objects, that's normal. Activate object, Shambler location. Unfortunately, we have to... Medusa default. Alright, we went to Shambler default. And we need to add, just like the Medusa, Shambler default equals Shambler torture, which is the torture chamber. Alrighty, let's see here. Right, and the alarms, we worry about that later. We're not really worried about that right now. So what I'm going to do is all the monsters have the same little thing here, so I'm not going to be too worried about it. Actually, I kind of want to put the Medusa below Shambler, because Shambler's easier to trigger. Right, let me just put some comments here. Shambler movement chance. Medusa movement chance. These are just little markers for me to tell how we're doing. Fault is. Let me see here. Alright, so let's see. So we still have to change this. So we have Shambler. I want to change the debugging as well. Instance deactivate object. Shambler. This deactivates all Shambler objects. If I go to my room, you'll see all these brown are Shamblers. And it's not actually moving the sprite. The reason why I have to do it this way, I'm not familiar enough with the animation. Now, this could change. If I optimize, it could end up where I only have one and it just changes the X and Y coordinates, which would definitely be much more efficient because I wouldn't have to deactivate and activate things over and over again. But I'm not familiar enough with animation just yet to do that. Right now, I'm just trying to get things effective. Now, later, when I start optimizing things, I could just have a basic animation and do things. I do know the Mimic, however, which is these little yellow squares, they will probably remain this way because of the way they are. They're a bit different. Anyways, but back to where we were, Monster Controller. Okay, so let's see if Shambler location. Shambler location. Oh shit, I was changing the wrong one. Wrong one. So in theory, I don't know why I have that there. So let's make sure that this code is correct. So we have the Shambler. It's in its default room 4, which is the torture room. And we have the default object. That's a default object location. Now, if I change this to X and Y coordinates, this will just be the original XY coordinates, and I would also probably have a default animation variable that holds that basically, or function, whatever it may be, that just turns it to that thing. You stop fucking golding. Okay. So, we have instance deactivate object. This deactivates all the Shamblers. That way, when it activates the next one, it'll be fine, which is default, which is this here. Default never changes. That is a constant, which we could make that a constant if we really needed to. Okay, so nothing else big really comes here. However, we do need to make... let me see. Now, don't worry about this Mimic code. That's something we'll worry about later. We do need to take this here. Drink more coffee. I know. I need more bean juice. I do. You don't have a bean juice redeem. That's something after Kick gets like all the monetization things done. The next thing they do is add channel points. If they had channel points, that'd be fucking huge. Like, it would... Like, honestly, the biggest thing... Like, yes, there's a lot of extensions and stuff that Twitch has, but one of the biggest things for Twitch is payment first, and then the channel point redemptions. Anyways, so let's, grab this function here. Function, Medusa room set. We're gonna take this exact function, because they're basically the same. We're gonna do a Shambler room set. Now, I would like it if, I would like it if when I optimize, I can make this just one function instead of having a different one for each creature that has to worry about adjacent rooms. And we already did kind of do it in this one. This one gives you, it basically keeps track of which rooms are next to each other. And this function calls to ask, hey, give me an adjacent room, and it gives you a random adjacent room. So we're definitely, a lot of optimization needs to be done here. Actually, you know what, here, we need to go over here, let's change this one. Shambler. Room set. Why are you... Only reference once. Oh yes, I have to put in the alarm, we'll worry about that later, that's not a big deal. Let's change all these debugs here. Ruby's nagging me. Ghosty, Ruby's nagging me again. I don't know if Ghosty's still there or not. By the way, Ghosty, how's it getting your new duties? What just happened? Yeah, apparently it deleted an entire text for some reason. Cool. Oh, that's what it is. You change all of these. It's because the Medusa and the Shambler have the exact same movement. It's just, I will eventually have to refactor and make this more efficient. Like, this is not optimized code at all. And it's primarily due to my lack of familiarity with Game Maker Studio. Now this one here is just in case, because these things are numbers, in case something weird happens. Although, actually, there should be an else. Yeah, hold on. That should be an else statement. Yeah, this should be an else statement. Not an if else. Because if basically, it's saying if it doesn't find any of these rooms, it turns it to its default, which is, you know, depending on location. Okay. This is like an emergency in case something bad happens. Actually, as a matter of fact, I should probably put a debug in here. Shambler location error set to default. This just tells me, hey, we went into this default code, so you should probably look at this. Because if I don't, and it goes to default code, I'm not going to know what it did. We'll do it from the Medusa as well. Let me just look through here real quick, make sure there's no... Alright, so we're good here. Now we need to go to the alarm. And once again, all we have to do is copy the Medusa code, which we did. We just have to change some names here. And then we need Shambler. Location. Shambler room set. And this should be it, honestly. Let me just look over the code real quick to make sure. This should be almost the exact same as Medusa, you're just replacing all the names with Shambler and the default location is different. Chamber default is torture chamber, 4 is the torture chamber, let's double check that. Yes, 4. No, mind you, I'm going by this number here. This number in the grid keeps track of which room is what. I could make this more efficient, of course. There are more efficient ways to do this, but that's just how I'm doing it right now. Right, then let's change this to 5, because we're debugging. Alright, so we have that. Now let's go down to the Shambler, new room, Shambler. Alright, check Medusa, make sure I didn't change Medusa. Alright, so it's really good. Now, so this should work. The Shambler should now move just like Medusa does. Just, you know, some minor differences here and there. Shambler should be right here. Hold on, there's the Shambler. 5 seconds, he has a 50% chance to move. Wait, Medusa location error, set to default. Hold on. Okay, Shambler's not moving, what to fix that? Why is Medusa getting a location error? I think it's because the else statement, mind you, Shambler's not even triggering, so we'll have to figure that out. But, it's because this, this else statement should just be... Oh, wait, hold on. I know why. It's because I'm not doing else if here. That's why. Also, it's more efficient to do else if, because it stops it. So what's happening is that, so it does this if statement, and the way I had it, because I was being an idiot, if I have it like this, it's got to check every single one of these ifs. But if I put else if, then if it says, okay, say it's 1, it stops here and stops running the code. It doesn't run the rest of these statements. So, it's good if we... Because what's happening is it's getting to the 7 and it's not 7. So it's going like, okay, well, if it's not this, then else do that. So that's why. That's why it's doing this. And we need to do this to the Shambler as well. Actually, no, let's just say elf. These need else if. I'd be an idiot and do my else if statements properly. So far in the code has been like minor things that have been screwing me over. It's never like any big things. Is the gummy word Medusa? Is that a Smite reference? Everyone has a Smite reference. By the way, Ruby, what do you play on Smite? Like, what are your favorite characters? Alright, so now we should be set. Let me look at the other if statements to make sure they also have else ifs. Which will just be the room data. Yeah, these needs... And actually, we can make this code efficient. I'm going to comment this out. Just in case it doesn't work, I'm just putting else here. Because it can't be, if it's anything else, it has to be this. So hopefully this should work. Makes the code more efficient, doesn't have to read a bunch of variables and such. But if it doesn't, I can just remove this comment and I know it will work. Let's go. I just am not paying attention to my else if statements. We're waiting for Shambler and Medusa to move, alright. Shambler's in lab. Alright, that's good. Shambler should move there. Oh, wait, where did Medusa move? Medusa went to... Not semi, where did Medusa move? Confirm. Medusa is in ritual. Okay. Let's just watch the Shambler. Shambler's in the lab. You should go to either torture chamber or main. Shambler's back in torture chamber. Yep, torture chamber. Medusa came out of the crypt, that's good. A variety? Well, which ones do you play most often? And Shambler seems to not be moving so much. Shambler's in lab. That's good, he's supposed to go to lab. Now, we need to make sure he can get out of the lab. Can he leave the lab? Now, he uses the same code as Medusa. So he should be able to get out of the lab. Go to main. Come on, Shambler, go to main. He also seems to be moving slower. Alright, Shambler's in main, which is right here. This is the room that the player's in. And now, I hope he goes to the library, so we can test more. He might go back to the lab, though. He went to the lab, again. Back to the torture chamber, which is normal. I would like him to go to, like, other rooms besides... Okay, he went to the statue room, that's good. Where did he go this time? Then Horde. Oh yeah, Horde's normal. Horde is connected to the statue. Okay, so real quick, I can go to remove these debugs here. I'm gonna comment them out. Because they're just annoying and they block up the view. I just want to see where they go. But if next time I have a problem, I can do this. And I know for a fact that this here works. This else statement is fine. It just, for extra security, I could just remove these comments and have it else if, have it check it anyway, for security purposes. You know, because it guarantees, hey, it's not going to accidentally trigger this if this isn't the case. Because mind you, if you have an else statement, then it's going to trigger this, no matter, like, if it just doesn't find it, it's going to trigger this. As a matter of fact, you know what, I'm going to remove this. Because if there is a bug, because mind you, if there's a bug situation, and they're kind of stuck, and it's not triggering any of these, I will know, because the creature isn't moving. And it'll be telling me, like, hey, they moved to the exact room they're in. The exact room they're in. The exact room they're in. I'll know. So, okay. So Shambler and Medusa, their AI, the movement, not for their attacking or anything. The movement's fine. Now, one thing I am worried about, so, let me go back to the map example here. Let me see, I'm trying to think. So, one thing I might have to change with the map, which is unfortunate, I really don't want to, if I can help it. Let me think here. So they have a starting room. Yeah, so in actual Five Nights at Freddy's, in Five Nights at Freddy's, the cameras are like, you have your stage back here, you have your main room here, then you have an offshoot here, each hallway has 2 rooms and a third, we have like bathrooms or something over here, and a kitchen. So it's kind of like, boom, boom, actually hold on. Yeah, stage only connects to one thing, actually, hold on. Boom. This Five Nights at Freddy's 1. It's much more varied. Whereas mine is like... Well, mine is like this. It's much smaller, too. But mine is like this. Now there are some areas up here that monsters can kind of get, you know, bouncing around, but it also means that, say, the Shambler gets active, he can almost immediately come straight to the player's room. But they could also get trapped around this area, since there's a lot of rooms here to move in the singles and the 3 pathways. Because in FNAF, worst case scenario, say Chica, because Chica, Bonnie teleports actually in Five Nights at Freddy's, but Chica just walks like my Medusa and stuff does, just only follows the adjacent rooms. Chica, the worst case scenario is Chica comes straight here and has only 2 barriers. Whereas here, there's only there's only one barrier between Chica and attacking, which is the main room. So I think what I need to do is, I don't want to, because it'd take extra coding, but I could consider making the main room have, like, basically be 2 rooms. You have one in the hallway, like if I go back to my game here. If we zoom in, let me just say F5. So, like, you know, say the hallway itself is not, the hallway itself is its own room. Like, if I pull up my wand, I can see them in the hallway. To be its own room, and I would give an extra buffer zone without me having to make a whole new viewport. Hello, Portal Demon. But that's besides the point. I'll worry about that later. If I need to add it, I will. It does mean I will have to, I'll have to do extra coding for various things. But, you know, we'll worry about that later. Okay, so now we need to go back to Monster Controller. Let me check something real quick. Alright, so... Shambler starts, Hound starts. Now, Hound's just deactivated. There's no default for Hound. Play Arachne, Baron Samedi, Cerberus, and Bellona. I know my main character is like my best character. I mean, I don't know about nowadays because I don't know how the meta shift or anything. But I know for my entire Smite career, Ares has been my best character. Like, I have between a 60 to 70% win ratio with him. It's something stupid. But I don't bring him out as much often because I like to play other characters too. There's the room set. Okay, so... do we have... Oh yes, I have the Shambler in one of these alarms. Let me see... Is this Shambler? Yes, this is it. Okay, so we're gonna take this alarm here. Actually, we're gonna take... We'll just remove this alarm. Let's delete events, yes. And go back to this alarm. Actually, we can probably delete alarm 1 as well. Yeah, we can delete this alarm. Alright, so that's the Medusa code. So let's go down to the Shambler code. I don't know why we have Mimic Array here. But no, my main character, mind you, I prefer Smite in the early seasons, not like more like season... I'd say like season 2, season 3 in Smite were the best, and then there were later seasons that were okay. I hear apparently the current season is really good. I haven't played it though. Apparently season 10 is supposed to be really good. No, I used to play a lot of like very aggressive Guardians. I still do kind of, like I used to play Ymir, Ares, Bacchus. Xingqian right now is like my go-to safe Guardian. Like, you know, I can peel, but I can also do a little bit of damage and setup. Like Xingqian's my go-to safe Guardian right now. Ares I bring out. I don't always bring out Ares because he's not good into every single team comp, but he's good in most of them, and he also hard counters a lot of characters with his chains. And you know, he also forces out ultimates and shit too. Like he, you know, with his ultimate, you force beads and ultimates. They basically have to. I like Ares. It's weird those. I don't know about nowadays, but sometimes I'll pop on Ares and I just land at like almost always land at least 2 chains, and half the time I land 3, which is crazy. Because mind you, if you land all 3 chains on like a squishy and you have your flames going, if it's not like late game hyper carries, you'll just melt them with Ares because they just won't have enough damage to take you out. Anyways, let's stop talking about that and get on to this. So not random number. We want this to be Hound Chance. Hound Chance. And this here should be very simple. All it does is turn the Hound on and off if the chance goes. Now here's... Okay, we do have a problem though. We do have to work on this. So... This first needs to check if Hound is off. So hold on, we do need to do something here. So let me take all this. Also, we need to that back. All right. So if Hound active equals false, Hound active equals true. And we do need to go up here into the Hound, and we need to add a variable Hound active equals false. Hound is not active. Right, and Hound active equals true. Now, really, this shouldn't change. Now, this is only here for debugging purposes. Actually, no, yeah, so this here's the normal code. Actually, this here we need to bring back. Oh, hold on, we need to add brackets. We bracket here, and a bracket here, and this comes back. Checks that the hound is false, if it's on or not. If it's not on, it does the chance, and then it's if the chance triggers, then it does this and this. I'm not sure. What would be better? Would it be better to check this all the time, or check this? Well, this would be, both would be checked all the time. But the thing is, this would always be checked, whereas this could be checked, say be false, and then just move on. Because this one, if it's false, it's always going to go down here, whereas... Yeah, okay, no, we should probably switch this around, actually. Hound active equals... Yeah, we switch these around. If hound chance equals 1. Yeah, so if hound chance equals 1, check if the hound is active or not. If it's not active, activate it and set the hound active to true. Else, now this does mean that for debugging purposes, we're never going to get to this code here. And really, in the end game, we don't need this. This is for debugging purposes. Because in the actual game, if the hound spawns in your room and you don't deal with it, it's just game over. You don't have to worry about it. And it probably we're going to be using a different thing to have it to where the player can ward off the hound. That's going to be a different code entirely. No, because if the hound spawns at all, you have to deal with it. So this is just here for debugging purposes, really. And so do it where if this doesn't trigger, then it turns the hound off. And it's, again, not for debugging, we'll be removing that later. So let's test it, make sure the hound is not broken. Which sounds very simple, we just sit here and we wait to see the purple thing pop up. Just waiting for hound to appear. Oh, hold on, do we have to change the hound timer? No, we do not. Okay, yeah. Hound is here. Hi, hound. And actually, what we should do, actually, no, what we should do, we should grab a debug. And say hound activated. Hound activated. And then we just take this, we go down here, we'll do hound deactivate. For debugging purposes. So that way I can see... You can't see it? Oh, fucking ace sprites up, my bad. Don't save. I forgot I have a default ace sprite up, so it's a little annoying, my bad. So we did the code here. Hound deactivated. Actually, I want to add another debug. I want to add monster alarm triggered. This tells me that the alarm is triggered, and I know, because mind you, the monsters don't always activate. If they sit at 0, the monsters don't do anything. So I just want to tell me, basically it'll just trigger every 5 seconds, basically. It should be triggering every 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's about 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, Crystal. Is that blood? I believe that's blood. I'm not sure. If you're not blood, let me know. But I'm just gonna assume you're blood. Hello, blood. Greetings. Welcome to hell over on YouTube. We're also live on Kick as well, if you're interested. Honestly, I would prefer spawn there. So, okay, FYI, I need to let everybody know. So on Kick, to become affiliate, it's actually way easier than Twitch. You just need 75 followers and you stream for 5 hours. Stream for 5 hours is fucking easy. That's nothing. You just need 75 followers. So I would love it if I get 75 followers on Kick so I can start, You have blood? Well, I mean, if you're new here, then welcome, Crystal. Welcome to hell, don't mind me. I do a variety of things. Do game development right now. I do pixel art. Everything you see on screen is made by me except for this model. This model was courtesy of Cindy Cook, S-Cook on Twitter. But welcome to hell as we program my game. How are you? How are you? Okay, so we have the hounds. What do we need next? We need the portal. We need to code the portal. Now, the portal appears randomly. So it's easier than Medusa and the Shambler to code, but it's something to note. So we have hound. Okay, portal active equals false. And so it does not start at the beginning of the game. So it's completely deactivated at the beginning of the game. Also, we need to deal with this alarm here. So this is getting a random. Main horde statue. Did I delete the... Oh no, this is the portal. Okay. So this here just gets a random number and does this. And this actually makes it pretty easy. Okay, we just need this code, and we just need to change some names here. Alright, so we're just gonna go up here. Let's see here. This is the hound. Let me put a little note here. Hound activate chance. We're gonna do portal movement chance. We just copy this. We just need to grab. I think it's yeah, portal chance. So portal active portal. But what brings you here? What brings you here, Crystal? Okay, so it gets a random number that picks the room, which is fine. Alright. Honestly, for debugging purposes, I should put else if, but for efficiency, we would do this. But for debugging purposes, in case something went wrong, and somehow this got access somewhere else, make sure, is there not another thing that says random number, does it, in this code? Alright, so I'm going to change the name of this, just to make sure nothing gets weird and accesses it by saying, because that is a very common variable name. I'm going to do portal room number. We're going to rename that. Why is you only reference once? I don't care if it's referenced once. We'll take this and we'll remove all of these. This is just to make sure I don't accidentally call random number and it somehow gets access to this and starts fucking with it. Safe. Oh wait, actually, Crystal, you're a follower of mine on YouTube, aren't you? I think you are. Because I remember seeing your name. Yeah, I remember seeing it at some point. Alright, so let's check the portal. Make sure portal still works. Also, oh wait, hold on. Fuck, I gotta delete the other one. Hold on. I gotta delete this one. Delete. Honestly, we can delete alarm 4 because that was supposed to be for the mimic, and we are moving everything into one alarm. Because I don't want multiple alarms. I just want one alarm, and it just checks all the monsters. Alright, now let's run it, make sure portal works. And next I do the mimic, which has very tricky logic to it, actually. Which we'll have to be worried about. Oh, hold on, I forgot. One more thing I forgot. I need to add debugging code. Let's see. Deactivated, and we want to add... Actually, yeah, we have to let me clean up this code a little bit. Unfortunately, if I'm adding another thing, I do want to clean this a bit. Portal appeared in main. Got this. Torture. Yes, I believe you are a subscriber of mine. But welcome, Crystal. Good to see you here. Oh, I assumed you were Blood because Blood is crazy with cats. I call her Cat sometimes. She's one of my close followers, among several. I mean, followers in the, you know, my sermon sense, not necessarily the. Where did I get an error from? Oh, god damn it! Hold on, We have statue, ritual. Which honestly, I should rename these to make these consistent with the normal stuff, but it's not too big. Actually, yes, I do need to rename these. Actually, hold on. Let me grab this. Put this in a notepad so I can see it. Okay, so this should be number 1 should be the library. I just want to keep it consistent between these numbers. It just makes things a lot easier in the future when I have to, you know, if for whatever reason I have to run it through a method that grabs a random room, it needs to have the correct number. Now, of course, again, this is not the most efficient way to do it. There are much more safer and optimizations ways, but again, I just need a prototype. And god damn it, I hit the damn bracket away. Go away. Let's see, we have lab, and then from lab we have ritual, which that's fine, ritual's fine. Then from ritual we have the torture, which is 4. Appeared in torture. Appeared in a statue. And we have, I believe it's the Horde. I'm thinking what I might have to do if the smaller areas becomes a problem. I think crypt is just make the monster move timer a lot. Let's be off to your duties. Alright, toodles, dear Ruby. Good luck with your little duties there. Good to see you here. Mwah. Let's see here. Let's save here. Alright, let's check. Make sure nothing's broken. Nothing's brokey. Also appeared in torture chamber. Make sure it's actually in the torture. Yes, it appeared in torture chamber. Portal's deactivated. Yeah, it's supposed to turn on and off. It's not actually how it happens in game. In game, the player's supposed to deactivate it. Kind of like how it's kind of like how the Hound, as I mentioned before, it has redundant code because the player will be the one deactivating it. Go to library again. Alright, let's see if it appears somewhere different. Deactivated. Oh, portal. Portal's appeared in crypt. Alright, portal's in crypt. Portal's deactivated. Portal deactivated twice. What? Why is portal deactivating twice? It shouldn't deactivate twice. Random 7. Is portal active equals true? Alright, so if it comes here, it sets it true. And portal active equals false. So it should set that to false every time it goes through this code here. Portal, oh wait, okay, I know why. It's doing it because, yeah, okay, so what I should do is take this portal actives and put it in another nested loop. That way it's not triggering this again. Because if this isn't go, it shouldn't trigger this at all. Yeah, so take this. And we'll put this in another if statement. And then this here. We moved over here. And then, actually, let's tap this up. Yeah, so that way, if the portal chance doesn't trigger at all, it doesn't even go through the code. And then if it does trigger, then it checks if the portal's false or not. If it's false, it'll go here. If it's not, it'll go down here. That way it's not triggering this over and over again for no reason. It's just checking that. So we should be safe. Let's double check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it works, but we gotta double check. We should never want to jump the gun. Now we should not get a deactivate, even though it's already deactivated. Oh, let's see, none of the monsters activated here. That's interesting. I've yet to see the portal move. Portal has yet to move, so the portal's not triggering. Oh, no, portal appeared. Okay, portal appeared in main. Now it should, when it triggers again, it should disappear. Waiting for another trigger. We'll deactivate it. Portal's just very stubborn. Maybe I have to check the random number. It might be a little, maybe accidentally put it high or something. Because it's weird how all these are activating so often, then the portal's taking forever. Okay, let's see if the portal activates again. Right, portal, okay, portal immediately appeared in main. Portal deactivated. Good. Okay, yeah, it is good. It's just random chance. Now let's see if it activates somewhere other than main. It's been appearing in main pretty often. It needs to go. Portal appeared in torture chamber. Yep, there's the portal. Wait for it to deactivate. We'll see if it goes to a different room this time, and then I will call it. We're good. Portal deactivated. Let's see if it pops up somewhere different. Portal appeared in horde. Right, there we go. Okay, so we're good. Portal is done. Well, now we eventually do have to do its attack and how it's warded off. And there's also a lot of animation code that we're gonna have to do. But again, we're just getting prototypes right now. We're not really getting much. Now for the hard part, the really hard part. First, let's go through and make sure we don't have any redundant code. Let's see. We got all these chances. We have Shambler movements. We have Medusa movement, Hound movement, and Portal movement. Now we do have a Phantom we have to call, but I'm not worried about that because the Phantom follows the same logic. Or very similar logic to the portal. We just copy and paste that code. I'm not too worried about the Phantom. The Mimic. Alright, I will be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. And then we'll talk about the Mimic, because the Mimic's going to be a lot more complicated. I can land my whip. What? How'd that not hit her? Oh, oh, oh! Oh, onto hook you go! Onto hook you go! Oh! Oh! Hold on. Onto hook you go! Clip that. Somebody clip that. Onto hook. Okay. Ew, 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 ew. Candy, 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 candy. Ice cream, or ice cream. Ice cream for ice cream, yes. Not drugs, ice cream. I scream for it. See, I eat the ice cream. Unfortunately, I can't get too loud right now. But if I could, I would be screaming right now, and I'm trying to resist it so much. Anyways. But... okay, I did so much drugs that my game crashed. That's a lot of drugs.
Enemies. Because if I take a hit, it's because I have no medkits and amp resets, and I want to just not have to fuck with that code again. We finally got this, yes! Oh shit, no! Son of a... Are you fucking shitting me? I can't get out.
Yes, Miss Crangy over here. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay, so... let me check stuff real quick. Alrighty, so... now I have to do the mimic. The mimic's a bit more complicated. Let's see, these are all our functions. I'm gonna do some move function. Set. Member room set. Okay, so mimic. So mimic starts in the hall, which is 6. Which would be right here. So we'll set this to true. This is always true. Honestly, this one really shouldn't change at all. So, the mimic is a lot more complicated. Let me think here. So, let's get rid of the randomize. Actually, the randomize command we should just put right here. Randomize all the variables at the start. This makes things a little better. Okay, I have to think here a bit. Where's my note? I have a note on this, because it's actually, it's not like super complicated, but it is enough to where I had to take a note to follow it a bit better. There is it. Find my note. Here's the mimic. Okay. Let me think here. So the mimic works like an infection, where when it's in one room, that room is infected, and it checks which rooms are infected, which that's what this array is for. It's all the rooms that are infected. It checks which all rooms are infected, and each time, just like how the Medusa and stuff moves, each time it loops through this thing. If it hits a true, it takes that index, which in this case is 6, which is the location of the horde, and it then does the movement like Medusa and everything. Decides which next room gets infected. And when it does that room, it sends back to this array which one. Like, say, if it's in Horde, it's going to change the statue, which is 5. It's going to turn this to true. Now the statue area is infected, and there's a mimic in there. Anyways, so... So we need to get a default mimic set up. So first, all the mimics are deactivated right now. I mean, but we want to get a random mimic in order to. So I random 2. And that's just complaining right here. That's it. All this does, it's just looping to see which of the mimics in the horde are the ones that spawn first. That's all that's checking. Alright, I do have to think about something real quick. So the mimic always starts in the horde. The problem is the player could just go to the horde and ward off the mimic. That's something I'm a little worried about. So what do I do if the player goes, which they likely will if they learn the game. What do I do if a player goes to the horde and just, at the start of the game, wards off one of the mimics? Well, what I could do is actually pretty simple. When it loops through here, when it gets to the horde, if it can check if this one is false or not. Yeah, it checks if this element here is false. If it's false, when the movement triggers, it will spawn an extra mimic. All the time. It will always spawn another mimic. Now, worst case scenario, I could maybe make mimics potentially spawn other way. It depends on how the gameplay goes, so we'll see. Okay, so let's go to the alarm. So let's see here, We have mimic chance here. And total movement, and now we have mimic movement chance. Okay. So first we need the if mimic chance equals 1. And here's the code. Now this here, real quick, this is just a check. What do we name that array? Yeah, mimic locations. If mimic locations 6 equals false, error, go away. Then is instance activate? Activate object. Actually, no. Actually, hold on. You know what? I should turn this into a function. Let's take this. Oh, actually, no. We're going to take this and turn it into a function. We'll have to call it right here. Call mimic. Oh, I'll just put a note there. I'm going to come back to that. We want to turn this into a function. Let me see here. Where do I have... Oh, we have it in here. We have the functions in here. So... Function... We want... Function, we want to name it... Mimic... Horde restart. And all this does is does this. That's all it does. It just does this. It just resets the horde. Now, I would like it if I would like it if what the hell? So I would like it if instead of me having to call each individual horde, I wish I'd had a function that could just grab a mimic place. Well, can I? Because it means for every single room I want to call this function. Which will get very annoying very quick. Ghosty! Hello, Ghosty. Hello, lovely Ghosty. The dear Ghosty. Now will no longer be a broke bitch. How are you? I'm coding mimics. Trying to think. Has to be a more efficient way to do this. Well, I'm curious. Can I make an object of arrays or array of objects? Because if I can actually do mimics in an array. That would make things easier. Let me see. Mimic objects equals. To mimic group 2, mimic 1. Oh, so I can. Okay, I can. Let me try something. Let's do mimic. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll just do this here, and let's call it object. Oh no. Instance activate object. Let's do mimic objects 1. I just want to see this. So if I go to the crypt and there's a mimic there, it works. I'll be broke soon. There you go, Ghosty. Oh, wait, hold on. At line alarm 0 at line 119. What'd I do? What did I do? Oh, I don't put a thing here. I'll just comment this out for now. We'll come back to this. Okay, so is there a mimic in the crypt? There is. Okay, I can do an array of... Okay, that makes this so much easier. As a matter of fact, I could potentially... I could optimize this and remove a lot of if statements. I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do it later. But I can remove, because I can make an array of objects. I didn't know, because if you could tell me you couldn't, then maybe I'll run into something and it turns out I can't. But, no, that makes things a lot easier. So, let's do a thing here with mimics. Trying to think here. Now, how should I do this? Does this allow me to make multiple mimic in a room? I don't know, let me get a notepad up. I wanted to think about something. So, okay, how do I want to do this? It's not that I can't do it, it's just because there's so many ways I can go about it, I have to decide on which way is the challenge here. Let me see, which way do I want to go about this? I'm gonna go quiet for a moment. I have to think. Let me see. Well, first, let me look. So, how does this array of objects simplify my code? Well, it simplifies my code because I can go to here. And, I could do all this. Although it does make doing the debugging a little harder. Because I would still need this for debugging purposes. Say, hey, it appeared in the library, it appeared there, or whatever the case may be. I could just like do a thing and say, hey, it appeared in 0, or appeared in 1, or whatever the case may be. But it makes, like this code, I could simplify, like if I was to, say I did it here, like say I did code where, say this was the code, and I could do like if, I don't know, portal moves, I'm just throwing junk code out here. Wait, let me comment this out. Doing junk code here. Like if portal moves, I random, portal number equals I random, and it's getting a random room, so we put like I random 7, and then we go object, oh sorry, no, instance activate object 7. Or object portal number. Or no, actually it'll be portal locations, and you do a little element bracket there. Yeah, you could do that because it points to the object. So that would simplify the code massively. I wouldn't have to do like all this shit. I could just do this, and it's the same thing. It's sort of portal for the Medusa. I'll keep that because that's actually kind of useful. The Medusa and the Shambler, they would have the same one. So the Medusa and the Shambler, I would have to, if I got a array of their objects. Let me see here. So this just deactivates all the current ones. This checks the adjacent rooms from the Shambler's current location. So if I was to do this, it'd be... we wouldn't even have a Shambler location. It would change to... what would that change to? It would be changed to a number. No, you would still have Shambler location. It'd still be a number. It just, instead of Shambler room set, it would change to... hold on. Hold on, wouldn't I have to... Shambler location equals this new number, and then it takes the... object, or sorry, I keep saying it, instance, activate, object, Shambler, locations. Now this is a bit confusing, I wouldn't use these exact words, to Shambler location. Let me rename these. Shambler output spots. So that's the array of the Shambler sprites. I can do that, and that would do the same, have the same effect, and it would cut down the code, because I wouldn't have to call this, which is this fucking. No, that's border movement. Which is this shit right over here. All these else if statements. I could ignore all these else if statements. Let me put a note here. I'm gonna put a note for future. We'll come back to it. Use object arrays to reduce Medusa, Shambler, and portal else if calls. I'll just put a note here. This is note. Actually, no. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll take these comments here, and these are just gonna be all my notes. Optimization to do. See if X, Y positions and changing animation sprite possible. This is for future. This would be even more optimized than this. Instead of an array of objects, it would be one object, which would be more efficient. It would be only one object. I would have to deactivate and activate ones. Instead, it would be the way it just flicks, it just moves the location of the sprite and flicks different animations on and off. Instead of having to move objects around and shit. Well, it moves them, but I don't have to have multiple objects, is my point. Because more objects can slow a game down. But these are just notes for there. Okay, back to the Mimic. Back to the Mimic. Okay, so how do we want to do the Mimic? Well, so the question is, originally I was thinking only have one, when a room is infected, only one of the Mimic objects are turned on. Just because it'd be easier to code. But because I can do an array of objects, that does change things a little bit. I would be worried though, because the Mimic objects would have to be 2D. Because you have objects for each room, but you also have objects, multiple objects within that room that has a chance to choose between. Let me think here. And optionally, I potentially would also need a, well, no, I can get it, no, I can check if it's active or not. I'm pretty sure there's a function for that. So I don't have to make a second array to check if it exists or not. Let me think. Okay, so what we're going to do, let me have my notepad. So what we're going to do is 2D, I have a 2D array of Mimic objects. This keeps track of all the rooms and how many Mimic objects they are. Now, at the moment, it's going to be a set, well, 8 because there's rooms. 8 rooms, and then there's gonna be 3 each. Now I might increase this, but right now there are only 3 objects in each. If it can handle this array, it's fine. I can increase it if I need to. It has an array, and what it does is it. But no, I had to keep track of how many Mimics are in a room though. Like I don't want to loop through an entire 2D array. That's gonna get very complicated very fast. I can either make a second array that just keeps an integer, or I can, I'm trying to think, is there an efficient way to randomize the thing? Well, no. I get true or false by checking if it's instanced, which I'm pretty sure that's a function. So I don't have to make an extra array for that. Now, I could not have to have an integer array if I loop through the entire 2D array and check if every single object is true or false. Which could get redundant very fast. Alternatively, I could loop through a single array. And instead just call the 2D array instead of looping through the entire thing. Instead it just loops through the 8 of this. Because if I do this, it's going to be 8 times 3. You know. It'll be like 24 items it has to loop through. Whereas if I do that, it'll just be 8 loops, and then it calls this. So probably, well, we will do that. We will make 2 different arrays. So, let me go to Mimic Rate. Because we do need to make the arrays, and it's going to get pretty big. Mimic Horde Restart. We might remove that. We might not need that function. Because we have the array. Actually, no, we might need it. It might be simplified. Okay. So, we have Mimic Infection. Okay, Mimic Infection. Which is defaulted at here at true. Now we have Mimic Objects here. This is where it gets a little annoying. Let me see, where do I call the rooms? Because that's how 2D arrays are structured. Okay, it's structured like this. Now, I believe there is a way to just call them all at once. I have to call them individually, unfortunately, which does make it a bit annoying. Mimic objects. So, let's get ready for hell. We have... Actually, you know what? I can maybe copy... this here. This is the same thing. Yeah, I can copy these. These are the same thing here. Yeah. So we'll just copy these. All we have to change is we have to change the equals, and we have to change the Okay, so we take this, and we need to come up back up to our mimic here. Wrong one. We have to go to here. Where's our mimic? Let's mimic infection. I want to keep that on top. We'll put the mimic locations on the bottom. That'll be a little easier here. I know any programmer knows things more efficiently is probably like, ah, my eyes! Fucking idiot, you don't know what you're doing. So, talk to me, Ghosty. How's your day been? So... we need to change room connections. I think it's like Control F. We find and replace. Here we go. So we want to replace. Room connections. We'll replace this with mimic objects. No, starts up here. Up here. Alright, so we changed all that, that's good. We don't need it anymore. And now we need to change all these integers. Actually, this needs to be... And we'll be heading out soon, grab my sketchbook from the college and my cake tub. Alright, well, good luck over at your college, Ghosty. You know, I always wish the best for you and all my dears. Doodles. Mwah. Let's see. It's, okay, so now we need... Just delete all these integers, we don't need them. Okay, so let's see, 0, 0 is... Well, I don't know if main needs a mimic or not. If so, I can just make it all equal to the same mimic, if need be. Did I put multiple mimics in main? I don't remember. Let me see. Wait, I'm an idiot. No, don't stop the game. Error. What's the editing anyway? I don't have to figure. I'm pretty sure it's a error on monster controller create line 0 writable. Yeah, that's why. Okay, anyway, so do I have? I have one mimic in main. Okay, so what we're gonna do for the main, we're gonna do mimic main. Did I name it main 1 or? Yeah, just mimic main. Yeah, just mimic main. We're just gonna copy this to all these. There's just one mimic in the main room. You basically die if the mimic gets to your room. Then we have mimic library 1. Two and 3. We have mimic lab 1. Why is this erroring here? Oh, it's caps. 2 lab 3. Hey, leave. Got on limits. Try go poof. All right. Well, what do I do with my time with Ghosty? I say, Ghosty, thank you for guarding my fridge from Ruby. It helps both of us. I was meaning to give Ghosty a little gift here soon, but I've been busy with game programming. So I don't want to get distracted from this. Because if I lose momentum, I will lose momentum, so I need to keep going. 1, 2, 3. I might have to move all these so my variables are up top at some point, but what's this? assignments. I'll worry about that later. Mimic statue. Well, Paul, right now, and I bet all the effort will pay off in the end. Indeed, indeed. Mimic board. But you know, I always appreciate you here, Ghosty. You're one of the few people that actually stuck around with the Switch. Not that I expected anything less of you, dear. Honestly, Ghosty, like, you're the prime example of people that I want to meet when I make content and such. You really are. You, Blood, and Ruby, and all them. You know, Ruby can be a bit eccentric sometimes. Mimic objects. We can remove this. Yeah, it's all the hearts, Ghosty. All the hearts, dear. Okay, so we have where we now have an array of mimics. So let me test this by, let's see, 1, 1, and let's do 1, 1 is mimic library 2, and let's do this by do another test. Let's activate a mimic in. Let's do the crypt. Let's activate one in the crypt. Let's do 7, 2. Safe. Alright, so we have one in the crypt and one in the library, I think. One in the library and one in the crypt. There's a library. Oh, shit. We have a alarm 0. The location's not set before reading it. Oh, yes. We have... Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have to go fix a function that I kind of left hanging there. So mimic movement chance. Yes. So we did not do this. Yeah, this is the error right here. Movement location 6 equals false. I might have to run that again. I'm not sure what... Oh, no, it's mimic infection. Yeah, this was changed. If mimic infection. There we go. 6 equals false. And now we need the code for a random mimic room. Actually, no, we don't have to. We could just get... We might have to change this to an index. Oh, no, no, no. This is the horde check. This is checking the horde. Okay, okay. So we need a... Let me go up here to the mimic area. Mimic movement chance. Okay, so let's do random mimic equals I random group. Okay. So if equals false, then mimic objects. Actually, it'd be, hold on, no, it'd be instance activate object mimic it'd be mimic infection 6, because it's always gonna be the hordes. That's pretty hard coded. 6 random mimic. There we go. Should be fine. Only reference once. Hold on, we have the function wrong here. Let me cut this real quick. Instance activate object. Okay, there we go, we fixed it. So this just does this. However, this is not going to come up just yet. We can test this by going and turning off the mimic in there, which isn't too bad. let's see here. Save. Alright, but that's not relevant right now. We can test that later. So now, okay, so we're checking mimic chances. So we need to do the portal check. Room data, room adjacent. Okay, so we need to loop through. So how do we do a loop in Game Maker? Is it just for each? Let's do a for loop. Yeah, I guess we'll just do a basic for loop here. For. Alright, so what are we looping through? Length. We need to check the length of an array. So let me just double check. Game Maker, how to check length of array. Array length always confuses me because it's never certain. Array index value and a function return an integer value representing a number of entries the array contains. Okay, but does it start at 1 or? Let me check here. Game Maker, check array length, start at 1 or 0. I mean, we can test this with a basic debugging command. So let me just cut this out real quick so it doesn't screw up my game. And I just want to, in the create tab, I just want to call array length real quick. I'll just put it at the top. It's not a big deal. Actually, no, we do have to put it after the mimic stuff. Need to put it right. We don't need these. Debug message. Or show debug message. Show debug message. Array, or hold on, mimic array length is plus, we want, is it array length? Array length, and we want to put in mimic infection. Save. Hopefully we don't crash. No, we crash. 110. Okay, this is pissing me off. How do I get to where? Oh, let me check something real quick. Simply in Java, if I do that, if it returns an integer, hold on. Game Maker integer to string. I think it's converted into a string. We convert the int part into a string. Alright, let me check. Okay, so I should be able to turn this into a string. Save, so hopefully it should work now. I just need to see what the value is. Did it pop up? It didn't pop up. It should have popped up. It did not pop up. Why is it not popping up? Oh no, there it is. Okay, okay, so it does not start from 0. Okay, noted, it does not start from 0. I need to know that. Okay, move that, don't need it. Okay, so now, we have the for loop. We have to do a minus when we do it. I equals 0. I gotta remember how to do this. It's been a while. Let me see. Where's the for loop syntax? Okay, so it is separated by this. For I equals 0. Whereas I is less than or equal to array length of mimic infections. It is mimic infection, right? Don't okay. Or hold on. Did I do this over here wrong? Objects. Yeah, we did that wrong. That's supposed to be like that. I++. Should be fine now. I don't know why it's flipping out. For I equals 0. Why is it flipping out here? Am I missing a bracket? What am I missing? Accidentally delete a bracket somewhere? Let me backtrack to before. Hold on. Actually, no, let me copy this code. Copy this real quick so I don't have to retype it. Okay, so the error stops right here, and then if I remove, suddenly it has an error. Why is it erroring? Oh wait, hold on. Oh wait, is it because I have an extra bracket here? Oh, that's why. Hold on, that's why. I have an extra bracket. There we go. I had an extra bracket, that's why. Okay, so this should loop through the array. Now, it may have some -1 we have to fuck around with. Is less than I equals 0, so long as I is less than dot length, do this. I'll be right back. Duty calls, be right back. Let me check my... Down like whip. What? How that not hit her? Oh! Oh! Onto hook you go! Onto hook you go! Oh! Oh! Hold on. Onto hook you go! Clip that. Somebody clip that. Onto hook.
This guy.
Ew. 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 Candy. Ice cream. Or ice cream. Ice cream for ice cream. Yes. Not drugs. Ice cream. I scream for it. See, I eat the ice cream. Unfortunately, I can't get too loud right now. But if I could, I would be screaming right now, and I'm trying to resist it so much. Anyways. But... okay, I did so much drugs that my game crashed. That's a lot of drugs.
Enemies. Because if I take a hit, it's because I have no medkits and I have resets, and I want to just not have to fuck with that code again. We finally got this, yes. Oh shit, no! Son of... Are you fucking shitting me? I can't pick it up.
Yes, Miss Crangy over here. Kill him because he's a big threat. Oh, yeah, we're just gonna leave Crangy right there. And now she's a good distraction. She's useful, but very annoying. Block it for me. Good job, Crangy. Good job. Alright, everybody, you hear it from Anne. It is canon. My thoughts smell like sage.
Yeah. So if you smell sage and
This looks so wrong for the direction I'm looking at this. Hold on, Sydney, stand still. Sydney. Now back up a little bit.
What are you doing?
Back up. Forward a little bit more. Okay. Hold that for a moment. Beautiful.
Oh, party room, fun!
Fun! We found fun! Get your ass up there! Oh no, it's just this room. What, did Blood just get killed? I think Blood just died.
Coming from behind!
Oh.
Fun!
Like ladder.
I don't care, we got fun.
What is that?
I'm fucking
What is
dead.
that?
It's a spider.
I think fucking Baz needs to click the fucking thing.
Click what?
Click the ladder.
Okay, I'm clicking the ladder.
Or try go up the ladder.
I can't, I have fat bastard in here.
First.
I can't. Oh, what? That was actually the exit? Okay.
Yes, I said that's why I told you to go up the ladder. That's why I moved out the
I still have my
way.
thermometer. That's all I care about.
You son of a bitch.
Party room!
Yes, it's party! It is party time!
I can't wait.
Alrighty, we return. Let me see. Why is my... Oh yeah, I have to lock that chat in, that's why. Alright, so... we returned. Okay, so it's testing this. Hopefully we don't get an out of bounds error. If we do, we know what's this. If... now we do the if statement. If mimic infection I equals true, so if it finds a room that's infected, it then needs to call the one function. Where's it at? Use that for optimization. Alright, so let me see. But hold on, if a... Well, I just represent it can always infect, so... That means mimics in the horde are kind of pointless if they just spawn out from there anyway. Maybe I should put this after this statement. Yeah, this needs to be after this statement. Yeah, this needs to be after. Alright, so so if it's looping through them, if each one equals true, then it runs the adjacent command, which is... I just want to find a... well, alarm. Also, we don't even need this function here. We can just delete it. Off now. All right. You have a good day, Ghosty. I'm glad for you, dear. Toodles, toodles. Always appreciate your company here. You know that. Fuck. What was I doing? Where the fuck is that function? I want to copy it. Here it is. It's room.data random room adjacent. How do I do it up here? Let me see. Similar location. Well, here we call it Shambler location, which is already in the create function. So maybe we have to create a different function. Well, no, we don't need a set location because it already calls it out in the index when it's searching. What we're just trying to do is get... yeah, so we just pass the index, I believe. So if... hold on, let's do room... dot... room data dot random... room adjacent. We'll put in I. And then we need something to equal this. I think this here is... I can take this out of here, actually. Put it in here. Equals I random... oh wait, hold on, no, this can't, no, this has to be out here, because this one down here uses it. I could call it, we could call it in here, in the if statement, though. I call it in the if statement. However, it does need to change again, so we need to come down here. Random mimic equals I random 2. Calls the random again. It gets a thing here. This gets a random adjacent room. We need a variable here. Random mimic room equals this. Only reference once. I don't care if it's referenced once. So then we have instance. No. Instance activate object mimic objects. We have random mimic and random mimic and random mimic room. There we go. So I think we might be okay now. Aside from, we have to worry about if the array goes out of bounds or something. But, aside from that, we seems to be okay. Everything checks out. We can test it. So let's test it. F5. Gonna crash. Let's wait for the crash. Didn't crash, okay. So we should get a mimic spawning in the statue area. Oh wait, a horde mimic didn't even spawn. The horde mimic didn't spawn. Wait, hold on, did I deactivate that? Hold on, I might have deactivated the mimic in a test. Let me see. There should always be a horde mimic. Oh wait, I think I removed instant deactivate object mimic. Oh yes, I removed a thing. You know what? I have an easier way to do this. It's very simple. All we do is we come down to this here and we turn this to false. Simple. Because when it comes here, it's going to activate, it's going to trigger a mimic. So let's save, and now we should be able to, oh, so let's make it some debugs here. Show debug message. No horde mimic. New horde spawned. And we want to go up here. Now, I wish there was a way I could call a thing better here. But unfortunately, I would have to give everything a number. Is what it would have to be. Because unlike these, let's go through, I can like be individual with it. But actually, you know what? I might have an easier way to do this. I'm not gonna worry about it. Let me just add a debug that says past all this, new room infected. Alright, now let's run. I'll just have to look for it and I can just deduce. Because mind you, the mimics don't disappear, so I don't have to worry about movement too much. I just have to worry if the next one gets infected. Alright, hound deactivated, portal appeared. Alright, so no mimic activation. Still no mimic activation. I might have to check. I don't think I set the mimic activation properly. Oh, we got an error. Alarm 0. Index 2 out of range 0. On line 145. Alright, so it is monster control alarm line 145. If I had to guess, it's the loop. No? It's out of range here. How's this one out of range? That's what I'm confused about. Let me check. Because it can be between 0 and 2, so I'm not sure. Out of range, 0. I'm not sure. I'm not sure of how this is triggering it. At random 2. Out of. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, I know what it is. Hold on. I put the wrong variable in. That might be what it is. Let's try again. Let's go to the horde, because they should have spawned one in the horde. Alright, no mimic activation. No mimic activation. Still no mimic activation. Oh, Okay, horde spawn, no errors. Alright, now we need to wait for it to move. Which it's to spawn out in the statue area. Where's the statue area? There we go. No horde mimic, new horde spawn. Oh, I forgot the variable. There's something I forgot. Instant edit object, and then we need to do mimic object, oh no, mimic infection 6 equals true. And we need to do this for the objects here too. Oh wait, hold on, I found an error. So if I make one later be true, hold on, yeah. Now this one here should be okay. Should be okay because it's after, but this could be a problem because so let's say main becomes, oh no, let's say library, which is 1, has a mimic. And it turns the torture chamber true, but then it gets the torture chamber. So basically you can have a chain that goes all the way from the horde, but all the way straight down to main. So we need to figure out a way to have it not do that. Let me see. How do I fix that? Let me think. So it hits a true. I mean, I could make another array. Like a temporary array that says, hey, these are all the rooms that got infected. Yeah, I may have to do that. Okay, so we might have to make a temporary array. Okay, let me think here. Because there's one array that says which one's currently infected, and there's another array that says, yeah. So... Okay, I may need to make... Okay. So let's make a mimic new infection equals... how did I instantiate... Oh, well, we can just do this here. And we could do... false, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mimic new infection. Alright, so what it needs to do is it needs to loop through, it loops through this to check which rooms are infected. And then it sets that one room to... Okay, so then it means if equals true, mimic new infection equals infection at I equals true. Save. And then also we don't even put this here. We cut this. Then we have 4 f equal m equals 0. Because m is less than array length of m plus plus, and it should be, get our brackets here real quick. It should be mimic new infection. Then we paste this code here. So what this does, we have a different array. This is to make sure, because what can happen is, so let's say that, I'm not going to do actual room consistency here, I'm just being a bit random here. Let's say that currently only the horde is infected. And let's say statue is 1 integer higher than horde. Well, horde could then turn the statue area infected, but then when it loops over, it says, oh, statue is also infected. Then it tries to infect another thing. That shouldn't be infected. It shouldn't, because there's a chance if it's worded weird, well, we could infect all the way from the horde straight to the main room immediately, out of random chance. So, and we don't want that. So what we're doing is we're having a temporary array here, and what this array is doing is this is keeping track of which rooms are going to change. So when it goes through the mimic infection thing, it loops through the mimic infection thing. Actually, we need to put this outside of this, actually, so it doesn't loop it all the time. We'll call it. True. Mimic to infection equals true. And now we also need to... Now we also need to go back through mimic new infection at the end of it. Mimic new infection at m, and we need to change it back to false equals false. That way it resets it. It's resetting it each time so that when it comes back to use it, it's not off. So, alright, it's gonna go brokey. Let's see how brokey this is. Super brokey. Alright, let's go back to here. Go back to the horde. Alright, here we're at the horde. Oh, shit! That's a lot of infected. That's where we're gonna break the game. Let's close that. What the fuck is happening? So it's doing new room infected like a lot. Show debug message. Oh, hello. We gotta follow somewhere. Shit, the text is too. I think it's kick. I think. Hello, Hot Trash Games. How are you? Welcome to hell. I'm Vassago. Seems you made an account. Oh, no, that's a follow. That's not a account creation. Yes, I do a variety of games. Right now, I'm doing game development. Let me check. Potential infection detected. So let me run it so I can. If mimic chance, alright, if mimic chance equals 1. What? Mimic infection. Alright, let me try this real quick. Wait, hold on. I think no infection m equals false, equals no infection. Random mimic room, random mimic. Right, I think it's because we're stuck in a loop somewhere, is what I think it is. Yes, welcome to hell. How are you? What brings you to me? Then get their stream in software development. That least in creative. Wait, what? Am I not in software development here? Seems a lot more people find game dev streams in software development, which is at least in creative. Let me see. Oh, nope. I'm in game dev. Oh, well, if I'm in game dev, yeah, I'm staying in game dev then. Not IRL game dev. Oh, also, hello, Strippy Cat. Welcome to hell. Unfortunately, we do have maybe like 15 minutes. I'm trying to figure out why it's looping like crazy here. Let me see. I'm gonna check my debugger. Let it load. Give it a moment. Wait for the chat here to go fucking nuts. Wait for a mimic to spawn, and everything will go nuts. Come on, spawn a mimic. Break my game. The gated category is part of IRL, so it's not showing creative, and most viewers are there. Okay, so, I'm gonna go find game dev stream software. Alright, thanks for letting me know. I'll go and change that right now, actually. Hold on, let me see. God damn it. Kick. Software. Save. There we go. Danke, I appreciate it. Yeah, that is strange. That is very strange. But thanks for the heads up. I appreciate it. Alright, let me hit my game again. Come on, spawn a mimic. Break my game. Because apparently there's a loop that's going on forever, and I found which one it is. Wait, hold on. Did I code m equals... No? No? Well, if it's an infinite loop, then it's looping in the... mimic infection loop. But hopefully they will look into it. Cool, got a number of viewers instead of... Hold on, one moment. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, we got a lot of... Okay, new room infected, new room infected, new room infected. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, if it stopped spawning mimics, I can look at the debug. Actually, wait, I can close it. Okay, let's close it and look at the debug real quick. Let's see here. It just says new room infected. It doesn't say... potential infection detected. Okay. So what is happening? It's like it's skipping this here. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I'm using Game Maker Studio. But yes, welcome everyone. And thank you for the follow. I used to do on Twitch. Same username, but, okay, this is funny, that whole Twitch thing that happened. With, like, so, the week before the announcement, I was actually gonna drop my affiliate status and do multi-streaming. But then a week later, as I was about to do it, they said, oh yeah, we don't allow multi-stream anymore. I'm like, no. Fuck you. You know. Also, from Kick Interesting, there's a lack of VTubers here. There's a massive lack of VTubers here. Because it sucks though, because I had a really good following on Twitch. You know, I would get between like 5, 10, 13 people, because I had a decent community there. But I just didn't want to be bound to one platform. Yeah. Give me one moment. I have to look at my code real quick. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I know why. Hold on. It's because I have... Later rate link, mimic infection. I put my fucking loop inside of this. That's why. That's why. Supposed to be out here. Boom. So let me just double check it real quick. For each array in mimic infection, if mimic infection I equals true, new infection equals true. Oh, danke, yes. Yes, I've been... Yeah, so this game I'm making... actually, let me test this real quick, because I am a little low on time. I just want to check this. I will be back later today, though. I will be back later today streaming. I don't have a schedule for Kick just yet. Right, wait for... Oh, wait, okay. What do we get? They will index out of range, which is typical. That happens a lot. Line 144. Alright, so line 144 is out of range. Oh! Strippy Cat and Hot Trash, thank you too for the follows here. I would like to get affiliates here, that'd be appreciated, because I have a lot of, I do have some followers schedules for the week. I mean, I don't know, I find, from experience of streaming for an entire year, consistency is important. Because that way people who are consistent to your streams know when to beat you, and other people who might be interested in seeing your streams are popping in, they can see a schedule and be like, oh well, I'll just be ready for that time. I do mind you, it's not just schedules though, I do impromptu stream, like unplanned streams, where I'm like, I want to stream today, and I'll pop in and stream. We failed at schedules. Yeah. But, yeah, I had a schedule, but everything's a bit shifty right now, but, you know. Okay, so we had an error on here. Let me check something. Random room adjacent. And 48. Mimic new infection im equals false. Let me do that again. Me and Strippy are a team. Ooh. Well, what kind of team? Like a streaming team? I could tell by you all reacting to each other's little thing. I was suspecting that. Let me go back to restream. I forgot. I need to keep my own YouTube as well. I'm multi-streaming. Well, no, like seriously, me switching from Twitch to discoverability is already. And mind you, this is like early morning hours where I get like fucking nobody typically, and I've been getting like random people just popping in. Streaming game dev. Ooh, we all making a game. Let me see. Variable index. Now it is line only 144, which is right here. Oh wait a minute. I put an I instead of an M. No, go away. Stop autocorrecting me. No, that's why. Check. All right, should be good now. Because these have different variables. Although I could put I don't have to put an M. All right, let's see. Waiting for a... We have a debugger here to tell me when a mimic spawns. No whole mimic, new horde spawned. Oh shit, we have a million mimics now. Lure infected, lure infected, lure infected. Okay, so this loop here is infinite looping. Why is it infinite looping? And this one's not. Okay, this one's not infinite looping. Oh, let me check. Did it, before it should have... Potential infection detected, which is fine. It loops normally. It should only do it once, and then it's like... Boom, 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 boom. Currently a horror theme game jam, but back to our games once we fail at it. Oh, I'm doing a horror game here. Actually, it's a FNAF-like game. I just need to fix this fucking infinite loop here. I don't know what's going on with it. So what is infinite looping? Well, it's whatever's activating that amount of mimics is what's infinite looping it. So it should be something like this. So something here, because it's looping over and over again. Wait, is it because I'm not putting an if statement? Oh, that's I don't have an if statement. That's why. Duh. If me. Right. If mimic new infection equals true. Oh no, I got that wrong. New infection im equals true. That's why. I didn't have a damn if statement. It's looping through it and checking which one's true. I do two different ones. Voting is fun. So, the goofy thing, so far at least, I guarantee this will change if I start getting more complex algorithms and stuff. The goofy thing about me coding on here is that it's always the tiny things that screw me over. It's never like big complex calculations. It's always like little tiny... Like, for example, I had an error the other day I wasted 1 hour on, which is a lot in my streaming time. Where the only problem I had was I didn't bring the object. Like, I had code in this room data over here, but I didn't bring it out into here. And so it didn't run the code. It kept saying, it's not an object. It's not up. I'm like, what are you talking about? It is an object. I'm like, oh, wait. I didn't instantiate it. I didn't bring it out here. So, little shit like that. Alright, now we should be okay here. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't spawn a million mimics. It should spawn the horde mimic, normally. And then after that, it will spawn a shit ton. It'll spawn one mimic. No horde mimic. Alright, horde mimic is spawned. Which should be over here. Yep, one horde mimic. Oh, new room infected. So statue room should be infected. Good. I don't see any mimics anywhere else. And new... Alright, so oh, wait. Oh, we got... I'm a little worried it spawned 2 of them. I'm a little worried about that. Oh, wait, no. That's the horde. Yeah, that's supposed to happen. Yeah, that's actually supposed to happen. But I need to see either the ritual chamber or the torture chamber get infected. Ritual chamber or torture chamber. Nope. None of them are infected. They're not getting infected. Did the horde? The horde didn't get. Okay, well, statue's getting infected, but the ritual chamber and the library aren't getting infected. I am not Satan. I am Vassago. Do not associate me with him. Let's see. I am Duke of Section 5, 64 of Limbo. Used to be a heretical circle, but, you know, I got a bigger following. We kind of moved from there. Okay, so for some reason, it's stuck in the statue area and it's not moving. It should be moving to, like, all these other areas. So why is it not moving? Well... Oh, wait, it's not... I think it's not turning something true or false, I think is what it is. Let me see. Something's not turning... Let's see. Do infection detected. Okay, so something's not turning... Oh, wait, I know what to... Hold on. Mimic new infection equals true. I think I need to change... I think I need to put it in here. I think this is why. Because it's going back to the normal loop. No, not this one. It's a different array elsewhere. And setting them to true. So I need to do infection. Im equals true. You just can't do it in here because then we run into the issue up there. So let's do it here. Now run it. Now hopefully it should be able to leave that room. Because the reason why it's doing that is because by default I called it sets 6, which is horde. Because this is where the mimics always start at. And it spreads like a, you know, like a disease across the rooms. I'll stream, go have a great day. Yes, I'll be back at 8 PM US Eastern, by the way, if anybody wants to pop in when I leave this stream. Thank you. We should definitely check out some time. Actually, no, I'll follow you, actually. Hold on, let me... Oh, that runs, let me get you on kick. I'll follow you both since you both do little holding things. There you go. Thanks for visiting, I appreciate it. Also, the horde is not spawning. Why are no mimics spawning? Okay, yeah, it was just chance. It's weird because when I have random chance, it's like I'm like, oh my god, it's not working when it's just bad RNG. Alright, let me check here. I'm waiting for a mimic to spawn here and statue. New room infected. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's not statue. This is statue right here. Alright, waiting for another infection. We're waiting for either ritual chamber or torture chamber to be infected. Statue, yeah, statue was infected again. Come on, infect one of these. Okay, no mix triggered. We were infected. It didn't infect anything. It's stuck in these two rooms. I don't know why it's stuck in these rooms. It's not infecting anything else. Let me see. Let me see. Hmm. Well, could it be returning? What if I do a randomize function? Randomize in here. I'm a little worried about it, but let's see. I'm just gonna stare at the statue area because that seems to be where it gets stuck. Alright, Horde Mimic spawned. Alright, we have a... Alright, let's see if we get one in either here or the torture chamber. Alright, it's spawning here. That is normal. But... So it's stuck on 5. For some reason. Wait, is it deactivated Mimic? So the Mimic is stuck on these here. It's not activating proper Mimics. We have all these laid out. Why is it getting stuck? I need to figure out a way to organize the debug to figure this out. It's stuck in the statue area. Mimic infection I equals true. Mimic new infection I equals true. Okay. Return in mimic new infection. Mimic new infection M equals true. Randomize. Get a random mimic number. Random mimic room equals room data. Random room adjacent M. Be the room. And since activate object mimic objects, it should put in the random mimic number and the new room number. Then we have the mimic infections M equals true, so it's setting that new thing. The mimic new infection M equals false. Maybe if we take this. I'm not sure why it's stuck. I don't have time to fix it, unfortunately. I'll be back tonight around 8 PM US Eastern to fix whatever is going on here. It's honestly going to do some debugging. Because honestly, the way this is coded, this should just move out and start infecting other rooms. I don't know why it's stuck on one room. But that'll be all for now. Toodles, mortals, toodles. Catch you next time.